Class of 2026 four-star Lucas Morillo, the 6'6 guard, has taken official visits to Marquette and Minnesota so far, and he has now scheduled a few more official visits. He will be visiting Illinois coming up this weekend. Then he will follow that up with Texas and UCLA in October. Now, the 6'6 guard, who is a top 100 kid in this class, really fun kid to watch for me. I think just very, very smooth, very cerebral in how he plays, very well rounded, really good size too at the 6'6 guard spot. A kid who we talked about on the channel before has had Illinois ties. I think Illinois is in a good spot for him, but obviously Texas and UCLA are nipping at the heels, and you can't count out some other teams like Marquette and Minnesota as well. But Dion, I'll throw it to you for your thoughts on Lucas's game. And then also, with the official visits coming up, Illinois, Texas, UCLA, is there a lean on where you think this kid could possibly go?
Yeah, listen, I think he's shifty, creates his own shot well, good shooter, and he can play make. At the two spot at 6'6", I do believe he could play point if needed. Maybe even would be his preference. He would have to speak on that, but I think he's a high IQ guy who can play make at a 6'6" frame, which I think is special. I'm just be honest with you. If the only visits you've taken are Marquette and Minnesota, this is gonna be a long recruitment. Like strap in, Shaka,
Mm.
because he didn't go to Minnesota because he wanted to visit Minnesota. He went to Minnesota like, yo, Illinois, can I come to Champaign? I would love to come to LA, UCLA. I want you guys to think I'm farther along in this recruitment than I am, so I can get some visits lined up. Because he didn't go to Minnesota for fun. So strap in, Shaka. This is a long one. I think he's worth it though. What I really like about him, too, not afraid to get in a stance. You and I have done a lot of recruiting videos this off season. We rarely ever talk about guys that like, oh, they're getting in a stance and they're doing something unless they're like a 7 foot big man. But this kid's not afraid to get in a stance and do some things on defense, and I think that's going to separate him from people at the next level.
Dion, how's your job going?
Beginning of the school year, everything's like a little up and down. One of the biggest issues we've had is we can't find any uniforms for our girls' sports teams.
Mm, that's a difficult thing to find a solution for. I know damn well all about that because I got a daughter that just turned 2. She's into sports and she's already outgrowing every little piece of sports apparel she had. Thankfully, I know Clara Kate Creations. Clara Kate Creations was started by a former high school teacher who quit because it wasn't cost effective to send new twins and a 2-year-old to daycare. She found it easier to make girls' sports apparel than finding it to buy. And I am so thankful that she exists because if we have an old shirt of Murph's that she's outgrown, we can send it in and she takes that piece of apparel that means something and upcycles it into an outfit that Murphy can now wear as she grows up. She makes great stuff. It's honestly kind of like your fullback's wife, Kyle Juszczyk. Is that how you say it? She does that, but honestly, I think Clara Kate's coming for Mrs. Juszczyk's job.
I love that. I'm a big Juice guy, love his wife, love Claire Kate even more than both of them, though.
You can send in your own custom ideas and she will come up with a design. She's just the best. Look up Clara Kate Creations on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and more.
Yeah, I'm a massive fan of his game just because of how like well-rounded I think he is. I don't think he does anything that's like crazy pop off the page. He's not like a wild athlete or anything like that, but he's got this mid-range game. He knows how to cut to the open spots that teams are like lacking or playing zone. He can spot up, shoot, he can handle it, he can pass it. He's just a very, I think I use the word, he's just a very cerebral player in how he hoops. And I do think that, you look at obviously, I think you have Texas on this list, you have UCLA, very good options and schools. A player like Murillo would look at what Brad Underwood has done with players of his stature and his size. I think it would be something that would be enticing to him. Like you talking about Brad wouldn't want to play some booty ball with Lucas Murillo. He definitely would. He has the size to do it and he has the skill to do it. Scores in the ISO, scores in the spot up. I think this kid's closer to top 50 than he is in the 70s and where he is. Um, is this one that you think Illinois should feel good about getting?
So far, so far, I
I,
think that
Seeing Texas on there kind of scares me. Like I don't know, like if it's like, maybe it's a money thing. I don't know. But seeing Texas on there, I feel like Sean Miller feels like he can get one of these guys.
Texas UCLA scared me. What also scares me about him is he feels like a guy that's going to like continue to rise up the rankings too. And Kentucky's about to miss out on a lot of dudes. So they went after pretty much every 5 star possible. I'm not sure they're going to get any 5 stars with the way things are going at the moment, and it's trending in a negative direction for Kentucky. It's trending negatively for other schools too, right? Like Louisville missed out on Tay Kinney. Kansas is trending upwards. We haven't heard much about Duke. North Carolina, same thing. I think there's going to be a lot of blue bloods that come calling his name the longer this recruitment goes. I'd say at the moment, if you're Illinois, you should feel very good, but I think it's just going to be a long recruitment.
Yeah, I do too. But we'll see how it plays out. Obviously, going to Illinois this weekend. I think Illinois plays UCLA at home, so it should be a pretty good game, pretty good environment. Be interested to see what the quotes happen are after that video. Sorry, after that visit, and then also, maybe what the rest of the officials look like if it even takes those officials after he takes the one to Illinois. But in any regard, we will have updates here on the channel. Big fan of Lucas Morillo's game. I'm very interested to see what the rest of his recruitment looks like.